try on that.
What you trying to rap now?
Yeah, yo, Royce.
What up, man?
We just lamping in the studio, you know, doing our thing.
Okay.
Bugging out, you know.
Right.
Little test run. So, I need you to speak with your hands. On the count of three. Everybody now, 1, 2, 3, go! Talk to who stepped up in this rap game and seen acting fool.
Me and Preem, both names go together. Lot of frontin' like they ill.
Word. I think it's time to move on to the next one.
It's the Pacers, and they're doing business on the road. It's an interconference NBA matchup. Home court advantage goes to the Warriors, playing here at the Oracle Arena. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. Now, here's George. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And it goes on Draymond Green. Well, the Pacers, despite all their injuries from last season, were right in the playoff hunt until the very end. Had a chance, in fact, GA, on the last day to sneak in, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, they needed a Brooklyn loss to go along with them winning that last game. Ultimately, though, it wasn't in the cards for them, and they ended a game out of the postseason.
And, you know, the Pacers had made the playoffs in each of the last 4 seasons prior to last year's miss. Hard for a team that was coming off of back-to-back conference finals appearances to stomach that. But with the injuries, they'll be better and back in the playoffs next year, I'm sure.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And so in the game for the Pacers, Hill and Miles team up in the backcourt. Paul George is out there with Lavoy Allen. And it's Mahimi in the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And really, it's going to be more of a reload than a rebuild situation for the Pacers. You would have to imagine their goal isn't just to get back to the playoffs, but to get back to being a conference final participant.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
Check out the fellas. Check out his teammates over on the bench. So they are going crazy.
There's the screen. Here's Curry with the 3. Rebound by Mahimi.
Boy, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Allen dishes to Hill. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Warriors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. It's Curry with the drive. Green. No good. And Indiana will go the other way with it. Here's George. A rebound by Azili.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Thompson misses.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
Outside Curry. Fires the three. The rebound by Paul George.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Stolen by Thompson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Festus Ezeli. Harrison Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. And here's George for three. Shot's good. George has got 7 points in the game.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Livingston. That one's off, still out of sync. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And the call will be against George Hill. That is his first foul of the game. Andrew Bogut checked in for Draymond Green. And a change for the Pacers. Glenn Robinson, the third, is checked in for Paul George. Pass to Livingston. On its way from Barbosa for two. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. Pacers leading by 7. Deep two from Hill. Again, Indiana.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Clark, shots be falling. That's for sure. They're scoring with a tremendous amount of...
You went straight playground old school there, partner.
Robinson passes to Hill. Knocked away. Back to Robinson. 6 to shoot. Hill, no good. Warriors trailed by 7. Here's Barnes. Can't get it to go. Excellent D that time from Robinson. And Miles kicks to Mahinmi. Pulls up for 3. Here's Allen. Second chance shot. And the layup is good. Allen's got his first 2 points.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Pacers lead by 9. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Pacers so far, guys.
A lot of tough D being played by them so far. It's been the difference maker.
Greg, no uncontested shots for the most part. That's why they've had success.
On the court for Indiana. Hill is up there with Ellis. Then it's Lawson. Then there's Rodney Stuckey. And it's Turner in the center. Curry with it. Now Lawson defending to the right side. And with that shot, the Indiana lead is cut down now to just 4 points at the basket from Rush. So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is, GA, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing. Back to Thompson. Turner with the steal. Shot from the low block. Almost, but it rolls out. Warriors trail by 4. And Thompson kicks to Curry. Screen by Bogut. Curry against Stuckey. 5 to shoot. Bogut sets a screen for Curry. Good work defensively by Stuckey.
And guys, the Warriors ended the year at just over a 10-point differential per game. I mean, still that number is staggering when you think of what it takes to achieve that mark over the course of a season. Typically, championship teams are somewhere in the +6 to +8 range. 10 is off the charts.
Indiana leading by 4. Feeds it to Lawson. Offensive rebound. Trying to get back on track. Ellis against Thompson. It's Ellis on the wing. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
And you know what? That Warriors point differential was helped out a lot by their play at home. The home differential was almost plus 15 points per game. A lot of blowout wins. Scary thing is they set their starters in the fourth so often, they could have made those numbers even higher had they wanted. And one bright note for the Pacers last season was the play of their bench. Adding Rodney Stuckey was a huge boost for them.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Harrison Barnes comes in for Draymond Green. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
And Stuckey led the charge for the Pacers bench, Greg, as you were talking about. But all around the reserves, Clark, were fantastic on the Pacers.
Yeah, third in the league at almost 41 points per game off the bench. First in the NBA in bench rebounding. And top 10 in field goal percentage as a bench.
Here's the foul. It's on Mahinmi. That's his first foul. Here is Livingston. He's guarded by Hill. Barbosa for 3. And the Warriors get it back. Indiana's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Shot to end this cold run. He lays it in. And the Pacers lead by 2.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think that they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And you know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
Different look here for the Warriors. Festus is Ely. He's checked in for Rush. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Leandro Barbosa. And Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. Hill, he's checked in for the Pacers. And it's Hill penetrating.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Curry dishes to Thompson. Back to Curry. He feeds it to Azili. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials. Boy, I tell you, the Warriors did something that no other team had ever done before. They ended the regular season ranked first in field goal percentage and field goal percentage defense. Essentially, they were the best.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Clock at 6. It's taken away by Stuckey.
A chance here to go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to ramp up the speed and make it happen in a hurry.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
That one goes. Count it.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And Hill throws it down.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
And so we... And the third quarter about ready to get underway. And welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. More action in store as the players get ready to go, having a nice break to get hydrated with Gatorade. Thompson and Iguodala on the perimeter. Ezeli is out there with Green, and it's Curry in at the point. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Green, the pass to Thompson. 5 on the clock. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Green.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in. Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger Clark right now.
Yeah, exactly. It's with them.
And, guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
Iguodala kicks to Green. Thompson dishes to Ezeli. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Iguodala no good. Pacers leading by 7. Lawson with it. Back to Stuckey. That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Pacers didn't have the year they wanted to last season. Still, their defense was right near the top. They kind of hang their head on that, don't they?
Exactly. I mean, that is what this team's culture is all about, defense. And even in a down year, they were very hard to play against for other teams.
Iguodala, no good.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
And the shot is good from Stuckey.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
Timeout called the Warriors.
And the Pacers defense as strong as ever, and you mentioned 4th in points allowed in terms of their opponents. How about 3rd also in opponent field goal percentage?
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Andrew Bogut. He's checked in for Azili. Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. Ian Clark's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. And that one's good, Barnes.
You know, with the Pacers, a lot of their success on defense comes from protecting the rim and controlling the boards. They were top 5 in the NBA in rebounds per game. They know that hitting the boards is a big part of being a good defensive team.
Mahinmi kicks to Miles. To the right side. To the middle. Here's Allen. It's rebounded by Golden State.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those plans.
Hill passes to George. Allen, a screen on Green. And George, here we go. And they'll keep possession. On the wing, George. There's the triple. And it's George again missing.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Pacers leading by 8. And there's the pass to Miles. Green against George. For 3, Hill. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Warriors have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. And Green gets it to go.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard.
Passes it to Livingston. Back to Barnes. From the wing. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got his 6th rebound on the night. And here comes the break. And George with the stuff.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Livingston dishes to Green. It's stolen by Mahinmi. Hill kicks to Miles. And it's George finishing it off.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration and alertness, a turnover, and an easy bucket the other way in transition.
And really a few more of those, and this game could be over.
The 3 from Barnes. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line.
That's his 2nd personal foul.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
Especially on the three-point attempt. You have to defend that shot without fouling. Now you give a guy 3 free throws.
And he makes all 3. On its way from Stuckey for 2. The third. The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. Pacers leading by 7 on the court for Indiana. They've got Turner. Rodney Stuckey out there with Lawson. Then there's Ellis. And it's Hill in the 4 spot. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Hill. The drive by Ellis. Outside Turner. Lawson kicks to Stuckey. And there's the feed to Turner. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Just 5 to shoot. Indiana needs to get a shot off. They get the rebound. And the shot is good from Stuckey. Stuckey's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Pacers. And Curry, here we go. There's the dish to Iguodala. Puts up a three. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Iguodala. 7 points for Steph Curry. Count it, and the Pacer lead has been cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Barnes.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
That's been their bread and butter in the second half. They've really knocked down their long-range shots.
And as hot as they are, no need to play conservative. Keep firing away. Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That is his first foul of the game. And the Warriors making a change here. Bogut's checked in.
Andrew Bogut.
Poked away. And stolen by Barnes. By himself. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Just a good, solid, aggressive finish there on the break.
Not going to get much easier than that, Greg. Simple.
Kicks it out to Ellis. Here's the screen. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Barnes. Here's Thompson. Flushes it down to finish the break.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Azili's checked in for Golden State. Draymond Green comes in for Harrison Barnes. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Mahimi's checked in for Turner. Lavoy Allen comes in for Jordan Hill. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Rodney Stuckey. And George Hill's subbed in for Ty Lawson. It's stolen by Hill. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. Ellis, that's good. And the Pacers lead by 8. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Pacers.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Timeout called the Warriors.
And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Steve Kerr was saying to the team. He loved the work they were doing on the interior, saying, listen, they've got no answer for us inside, and we're not going to let them off the hook now. Keep pounding it down low.
Thanks, Doris. Hill passes to Hill. He dishes it to George. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Hill. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
They get that one, but guys, on the night, that's been the problem, securing the ball.
They've been out-hustled. At this point, hard to see them recovering from that.
Timeout called the Pacers. They're up by 6. 1:35 left in the fourth quarter. some changes here for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Azili. Rush comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Livingston dishes to Bogut. To the left wing. Iguodala kicks to Rush. Back to Iguodala. It's rebounded by Indiana. Mahinmi's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andrew Bogut. That is his first foul of the game. 1:16 left in the fourth quarter. Short. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. The Warriors have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Livingston, that's good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Hill sets the screen for George. The kick out to Hill. 4 on the clock. The shot's good on the assist by George.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call.
HBK, yeah, you know how we. And I can't quit, all I know is HBK, yeah, you know how we. And I can't quit, all I know is. Wherever I go, my homies come to. I love my squad. We up in this thing. I love my squad. I love my squad. I love my squad. I love my squad. Make your lady back up in this, hop up in the 6, and you should ignore these rappers, man. They say anything. Call me Susie Piggy Bank. I got plenty change. She rep HBK over everything. Married to the game with the wedding rag. Everybody try to duplicate. We just innovate. Young and making plenty cake. Get my straight. I'm a heartbreak vet. Being broke, what I can't accept. I'ma hold it down to the death. No Reeboks, cause it's all about a check. Bet $1 million that your man ain't like this. Cause I stack my chips. I'm on my grind. Mind on money, money on my mind. So if you in the way, I'll run you over. It's the heartbreak army, I'm a soldier. Huh? Wherever I go, my homies come to. I love my squad. We up in this thing. I love my squad. I love my squad. I love my squad. I love my squad. Ain't nothing changed but the name on the check. And that's real, that's real, that's real. I don't know about y'all, but I'll die by respect. And that's real.
Coming to you live on 2K Sports, it's time for NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. And here we go, the battle between conferences. It's East versus West, where the Indiana Pacers will be looking to make a statement. So Indiana wins the tip. All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Setting the floor for the Warriors. The Splash Brothers are the guards. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. And it's Barnes in the 3 spot. And it's George finishing it off.
And that's how you take the steal and turn it into a transition opportunity.
I think that's the perfect time to do it, Greg. I mean, those few seconds after the turnover, strike right away because the defense has no chance to get organized.
Uses both hands to slam it down.
And doing some dirty work. on the offensive glass.
And then follows it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback.
Got a pigeon on that one. Easy money right there, fellas. Going old school on you young fellas. Look that up. Pigeon.
Now Miles. After the missed three from Stephen Curry. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Thompson with the ball. And that one's good.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Hill kicks to Miles. George passes to Allen. The kick out to Hill. Clock at 4. Offensive rebound, Pacers. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That's on Andrew Bogut.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line. You know, for the Pacers last season, with Paul George being out for most of the season, they knew it would be a struggle. They would go into lengthy dry spells that made it hard for them to keep pace in the East, in part because they missed Paul George's all-around brilliance and his offense.
Hill kicks to George. Mahinmi dishes to George. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And the basket by Hill. Here's Curry.
George!
As for those dry spells you mentioned about the Pacers, G8, they had a number of long losing streaks last season.
As a team, they had 4 different losing streaks of 6 or more games, and they got hot at the end. Season-high win streak of 6 to stay playoff relevant. It was just too little, too late compared to their losing streaks earlier in the year.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. And Thompson sends it back. Lets it go from deep. And another 3 for Golden State.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems. And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
There's a good screen. And now Curry running the floor all by himself. And Green slams it in.
Boy, the prettiest play in basketball to me. Execute it to perfection.
I don't think you're going to get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
No doubt about it, unless you're the donkey. Because if you're the dunker, it's great. I don't necessarily appreciate somebody slamming one on the top of my head.
Well, you got to get out from under the hoop if you want to stay away, if you want to stay out of the poster.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Ellis kicks to Stuckey. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist.
I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
Curry passes to Thompson. And Turner with the block. They recover it. Just 5 to shoot. Curry sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Curry's got 7 points in the game. Ellis outside. There's 25 seconds left here in the first quarter. Stuckey for 3. They get it back. Another shot. Curry with some nice D.
That would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me?
Here's Hill. A beautiful reverse layup.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. The Warriors on top, up by 4. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Warriors.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Warriors leading by 4. So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is G8, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing. Lawson out there with Rodney Stuckey. Then it's Turner. Then it's Ellis. And it's Hill in the power forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers. And the second free throw, good.
Guys, the Warriors ended the year at just over a 10-point differential per game. I mean, still that number is staggering when you think of what it takes to achieve that mark over the course of a season. Typically, championship teams are somewhere in the +6 to +8 range. 10 is off the charts.
The Pacers making a switch here. Hill's checked in. Livingston dishes to Barbosa. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim. And you know what? That Warriors point differential was helped out a lot by their play at home. The home differential was almost +15 points per game. A lot of blowout wins. Scary thing is they set their starters in the fourth so often, they could have made those numbers even higher had they won.
Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Stuckey.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
And it's Green missing.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Here's Lawson. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
And here's Iguodala outside. Hill pulls it in. The Pacers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Lawson outside. From deep. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. Lawson's got his first 3 points of the game.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Iguodala kicks to Livingston. The shot is off. Excellent D there from Hill. Indiana leading. Jacks up a 3. The shot no good. And now running up the court, Barbosa pushing it up. And the slam dunk by Iguodala.
Both teams trading punches back.
Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Give and take, back and forth the whole way thus far.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Barbosa against Stuckey. A drive by Iguodala. And a missed layup.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Pacers didn't have the year they wanted to last season. Still, their defense was right near the top. They kind of hang their head on that, don't they?
Exactly. I mean, that is what this team's culture is all about, defense. And even in a down year, they were very hard to play against for other teams.
Klay Thompson, he's checked in for the Warriors. Curry comes in for Sean Livingston. They get it back.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
Some changes for Golden State. Bogut comes in for Maurice Spates. And it's Rush in for Green. Stolen by George. And it's Miles missing.
You know, just a little too fancy on that play.
Well, you don't want to force any play, but particularly the alley-oop. You'd like to try that when it's wide open.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges. And the Pacers defense, as strong as ever, and you mentioned 4th in points allowed in terms of their opponents. How about 3rd also in opponent field goal percentage?
Shot clock at 6. On the wing, George. Baseline jumper.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Indiana.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, also something I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint, and the physicality is taking its toll.
The Pacers shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
2 shots.
You know, with the Pacers, a lot of their success on defense comes from protecting the rim and controlling the boards. They were top 5 in the NBA in rebounds per game. They know that hitting the boards is a big part of being a good defensive team.
Barnes is checked in for Golden State.
For 3.
Curry, good. Clark, this tug-of-war game continues.
You know what? And they just keep flip-flopping the lead again and again and again.
And, guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Wow, that is a strong move there to go in for the dunk.
And I like the job the defense did to not let him have it. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
No good on the 2nd free throw.
You know, they've changed their game here in the 2nd. Getting a little bit more physical, playing with some toughness now.
And I'm looking for them to increase that lead if they can keep getting to the free throw line.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
From deep three-point range.
And now, let's hear it for yo!
And now the start of the 2nd half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better 2nd half. We'll see if that's the case here.
Welcome back, everyone. The 2nd half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
I just love the tenacity on the defensive side. I mean, his play on D has been a huge factor for them as he continues to get steal after steal.
And, guys, as the game moves on, I think he should continue to be aggressive defensively to keep ball handlers off balance.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the 2nd half. Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3. Rush out there with Bogut, and it's Clark in at the 1. Excellent use of the screen that time. Miles has got the opening bucket to start the 2nd half for the Pacers.
Oh! How about that, Kevin?
What range on that shot.
Unbelievable.
That's amazing. The shot by George, no good. For so long, there has been this mindset that Golden State wins through offense, but their defense, you know, Gia, you were talking about this, is where the true strength of this team lies.
Yeah, I think that's what's really allowed them to separate when you look at the rest of the league. I mean, they led the league in opponents' field goal percentage last season, and some nights the shots weren't falling, but the defense always showed up.
Pacers trailed by 3. Allen kicks to Miles. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. Bogut's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Curry. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Boy, terrific play there. I thought even with all the contact, he still was going to get that shot to go down.
Everyone knows about the Paul George injury from last year and how it affected the Pacers. He said almost the entire season, and there was no doubt they missed him.
Yeah, and when George came back, Kevin, the Pacers got hot, but they had to put him on a minutes limit. And it wasn't just George, though. The team as a whole had a lot of injuries during the course of the season.
Thompson against George. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense.
And, you know, as you said, the Pacers did have problems with injuries. The team roster missed 219 games due to injury. So compare that to the 69 games missed by the Pacers in 2014. Big difference.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now.
Hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out. And really, guys, the most telling part of the Pacers' injury troubles was this. Had to use 15 different starting lineups over the course of the season. Just hard to stay consistent and competitive when you are always replacing an injured player in the lineup. And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
That's some more rugged play from them inside. They have a decent edge in rebounds thus far.
And all that hard work on the boards needs to continue because that potentially may swing the game.
And Lawson with the drive. Stuckey kicks to Lawson. Fires it up. No good off the front iron. Warriors have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Curry against Ellis. Curry with another miss.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Ellis can't get it to go.
Well, at least he had the presence of mind to change his shot when the defense got on him. You've got to improvise sometimes.
Curry outside. And the Warriors miss again.
He's frigid from 3. I don't know what's worse, that he can't hit anything from out there or that he keeps on trying to.
The shot's good from Lawson. And Clark, as we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, exactly right, Kevin. I mean, these teams just simply keep trading baskets and as a result, trading the lead.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Well, you know, last season, Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Miles. For the finish. And Hill throws it down.
How about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
We've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
From D, George. And the Pacers another 3.
Three-point shot has been a real weapon for them in the second half.
Yeah, they've really done a good job of creating good looks from the outside, and now they've really got it going.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
Yeah, and I think he's going to let them know about it. I mean, they're playing some soft interior defense, and you can't win that way. That's a recipe for disaster if you're not going to play with some physicality inside.
On defense, Indiana. On its way from Curry for 2. And the shot falls short this time.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
Warriors trail by 6.
and they can guarantee this is the last possession of the quarter if they hold it.
And I'm guessing that's exactly what they're probably going to do here.
The dish to Thompson. And Turner with the block. It'll count. And that's not going to go. And we've reached the end of the third. Pacers lead by 6. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Hill and Miles team up in the backcourt. Paul George is out there with Allen. And it's Mahinmi in at the 5 spot. So that's the group out there for Indiana. The 3 from George. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And clearly it's about how poorly the defense has played. They've got to close out faster.
Hill kicks to Miles. George. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And it goes on Draymond Green. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
You know, one of the big stories has been the 3-ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
Yeah, but Clark, the other thing that sticks out for me, the number of assists they've made over the course of this game.
Leandro Barbosa. He's checked in for Klay Thompson. And here's Hill for 3. It's hauled in by Bogut. Warriors trail by 11. There's Green with the 3. No good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Barbosa. And Curry subbed in for Ian Clark. The drive by Green. Some nice passing by Golden State. 6 on the shot clock. Thompson with the bucket.
They're down right now, trying to stay in the game with the 3-ball. They shot a lot more here in the second half than they did in the first half. And I'm not sure I agree with that strategy.
What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very top Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
And the Warriors making a change here. Azili's checked in.
And the Warriors won 51 games back in 2014, improved that mark by 16 wins last season. Among teams that won at least 50 games in the previous year, that 16-game improvement was an NBA record for the Warriors.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. Steve Kerr was just going over the plan with his team. He got after them and told them to turn up the intensity, saying, we've put ourselves in a corner, and now we've got to fight our way out. Show me what you have. Let's see if we've got what it takes, guys.
Thanks, Doris.
Not really necessary with nobody on you. I mean, why put yourself off balance on that shot when you're wide open? It goes without saying the Warriors set franchise records all over the place with their play. Their win total being the highest ever, but also of note was it was the first time they've won 50 games in back-to-back seasons. They seem to truly have arrived as a top-notch franchise in this current state of the NBA.
And it's still a close game. I mean, despite the fact that they've struggled to compete on the boards.
Yeah, you know, but down the stretch here, guys, they'll summon that extra effort to try and get it done, I think.
Curry, good.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
And it's Hill penetrating.
You've got to be kidding me. I mean, that's a point guard playing like a power forward.
And he can do a little bit of everything out there.
Yeah, he torches defenders in all kinds of ways. When he's on the floor, he's a matchup headache.
That would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it, are you kidding me? more, and that's it. He'll be DQ'd, disqualified. He's got to be able to defend without picking up that last disqualifying foul. They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half, it's been nothing but success for them there.
Yeah, taking full advantage from the charity stripe. They've yet to miss here in the second.
The shot by Curry, no good.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
And it's Paul George with the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either, Greg. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Spates comes in for Ezeli. And it's Rush in for Andre Iguodala. And the basket by Curry.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Fires from deep. Count it, and the Pacer lead has been cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Thompson.
They've gotten a bunch of good looks.
Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Kevin. That was special.
My goodness, that was almost a circus-like dunk.
Stolen by Allen.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Pacers.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
No, they didn't. They found their way inside effectively all game long. Penetration always produces results.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Paul George. Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play. Yeah, real nice shot selection there. I guess he's working on his buzzer beater form.
That's a reach, but perhaps that is the case. Or maybe he was trying to knock a bird off of the scoreboard.
Is about right. Because I still can't figure that one out.
No, I see no birds up there.
No.
To the left wing. Mahimi kicks to George. Feeds to Miles. And Brandon Rush gets the whistle that time.